All right, all right. Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome to E2E. We are live right now, and for those of you who are expecting to have Shiny with me right now, there was an emergency, and because we do this program live, life may happen. And there was an emergency right in Miami where she was, and she could not attend. I just want to tell everybody that she's fine, she's perfectly all right, but she could not attend. I could not be here with us. So I've jumped in. Thank God I'm an expert in in something. So I'm gonna be here with you, sharing with you today. Today's gonna be me sharing with you directly how. Let me just, yeah. Today I'm gonna be me. It's gonna be me sharing with you how does effective communication affect or impact your sales. So for those of you who are on LinkedIn watching us right now, first of all, drop down wherever you are, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, just drop down in the comments where you're watching us live right now. Which part of the world are you watching us live right now? Okay, right now I am in London, and it's my privilege to be here with you and to be here serving you. Drop down in the comments where you're watching us live right now. So the topic of today is how does effective communication, okay, affect or impact our sales? And most largely, how does effective communication impact our business? Normally, I talk about this. All right, so we have Dragana from Sofia. Hello, Dragana. So normally when I talk about this is the moment when I do my leadership and sales, leadership training, leadership and management training. So when I do my leadership and managing training, I talk about the effective communication and what can an effective communication, what type of impact it can generate and create in your business or in your sales. And what I want to share with you today is the science between an effective communication and how this can impact not only your business. Let me tell you one thing, it can also impact your life. It can also impact the results you get from this journey called life. Okay, so get ready, grab your seats and grab a glass of water, ready to have always a sip, and we kick on. So Monday has been designed and created in order for us to offer you continuous value, accessible and free for everybody. All right. And then Thursday, normally our experts will do a workshop or come and answer all your questions that you've got. Okay. So, yeah. A lot of people are jumping in and joining in right now. That's amazing. That's great. All right. So when I talk about effective communication, first of all, you have to understand that the first communication you've got is the communication you've got inside of you. Okay. So what type of communication have you got with yourself? What type of picture are you painting about yourself? Okay. So the number one rule of effective communication in order for you to generate more sales and increase your business is to have the correct and effective communication with your person, with your persona. So what do you tell yourself? When you are alone in your closet, in your room, in the bathroom while you're washing your face, what do you say? What do you tell yourself in the mirror? Okay, what type of conversation have you got with yourself? 2 Saturdays ago, I had a training with teenagers. And these teenagers, I asked them, how do you look at yourself? And immediately, most of them said what they don't like about themselves. And I told them, could it be possible that this internal dialogue you've got with yourself is affecting the results you may have on a daily basis, at school, in sports, with friends, in life? And they said, oh, interesting point of view. And guess what? That is directly affecting their performance. Okay. So when something is affecting your performance, it will affect the internal dialogue you've got inside of you. All right. So because it's affecting the internal dialogue within you, it also impacts and affects the external world. So drop this bonus. Your internal world affects your external world. So the way you communicate with yourself, the way you talk to yourself, the way you have the image about yourself will determine the results you'll have, not only in sales, but also in business and in life. So talk to me, put down in the comments, what type of image have you got of yourself? Okay. So remember, the way you picture yourself, the way you have your internal dialogue will determine the way you perform in life. Okay. So normally our internal dialogues have been designed to be there to protect us. So let me tell you one thing. Most of the times our internal dialogues are not the best. Most of the times our internal dialogues are not the ones which are empowering. So because they're not empowering and because they're not positive, those internal dialogues have a direct effect on how you show up, on how you perform with your clients. I had previously a training on sales, and one of the top salespeople said, hey, how can I make people buy this product, which is kind of more than the normal standard average, than what people can afford and buy? And I asked a question, but did you buy this product? Oh no. Why? Yeah, because I've been always procrastinating. And to be honest, it sounds a little bit expensive for me. Wait a minute. So she's in the sales team. She's asking, why can't I sell this high-end product? And the reason why she cannot sell that high-end product, it's because she's picturing herself, and the internal dialogue, the internal communication she's got inside, does not allow her to perform the right way. Because number one, she will not buy it. She would not be among those people who say, yes, this product is useful, I'm going to buy it. She's the first one who will not invest in buying that product. So because she will not invest in buying that product, she doesn't see herself capable of selling it, because the internal dialogue is that it is too expensive. It's expensive for the most average people in the country. So because that's the internal dialogue, that's how you picture yourself. Drop this down. Each one of us sees the reality in images. Okay? So most of the time, our internal dialogue is not made of words. Our internal communication is made of images. So that image gets transformed into word, into verb. So you speak it out. And when you speak it out, you are giving life to it. Anything you speak out from your mouth, you give life to it. Anything you communicate, you say out loud, you are giving life to it. So it's becoming reality. You are bringing it from the invisible world to the real physical world. So watch out what type of communication you bring out. So what is your internal communication? What is your internal dialogue? Because that internal dialogue is what will affect the communication you have when you speak with your clients, the communication you have when you speak with your business team, and the same communication you're going to speak when you speak with people in life. So what type of communication have you got? Really interesting point. Now, in what I want to share with you, okay, I'm going to talk about how do we deliver information? How do we communicate? And this is going to help you on how you are going to be perceived from the others. So drop it down. I'm going to give you 7 communication skills, 7 tools that if you apply them in your way of communicating, it's going to make you be more effective and even close better deals and better businesses and have even a more impactful life. Okay. Number one is clarity. Okay. What is the outcome? When you are communicating with somebody, make sure that you are clear. you have clarity on what is the outcome of this conversation. I'm calling you, I'm meeting you because this is what I want to get. And write this down. Write this down. When you give clarity and you are clear of your intention and your outcome, you give the chance to the other person to make a better, deliberate decision. Let me repeat it. Whenever you are clear, you are allowing the other person to be able to take a deliberate, free choice and decision. Okay, so number one, make sure that your communication is clear so you have clarity. Okay, all right. So number one is clarity. As we move on, number two is be concise. Be concise. So what does it mean? Eliminate the fluffy stuff. Eliminate the fluffy stuff. Be concise. Eliminate the fluffy stuff. What does it mean? Make sure that when you are clear, you are also direct. You are also specific. You are concise. It's a short way of saying things. Don't take 45 minutes to explain what you can explain in 20 seconds. I remember in my career as a speaker, when I first started speaking, I was too long. So it was taking me at least 20 minutes to get to the point that I could have done in the first 2 minutes. So I learned how to be concise. Okay. So the second point is concise. All right. When you are concise, you are direct. What will take 20 minutes, it takes exactly 2 minutes. And guess what? When you are concise, you get directly in the mind of the people. And the person who's in front of you can understand you. The person who's in front of you can take a better deliberate decision because you have been concise. Okay. And being concise is so vital and fundamental. All right. So second point is to be concise. Make sure you are concise. Okay. So be brief. What will take 20 minutes, make sure you take 2 minutes to say it. What will take 2 minutes, make sure you take 20 seconds to deliver it. Okay. All right. So we have seen second point is to be concise. The third point, write this down. The third point is to be concrete. Don't be so much abstract. What does it mean to me to be concrete? When you are concrete, okay, what you're saying can be implemented. What you're saying can be acted upon. Okay. So when you are concrete, people can take action on it. Imagine you're speaking to your client and they're telling your client, you need to buy this wallet. Okay. And if you buy this wallet can help you carry 6 cards. That's all you need to say. You don't need to tell, oh, this wallet is made of leather. It has been produced in Italy. And look at the logo, look at the brand, look at the texture. All these things sound fluffy and they're not concrete. Hey, this is the thinnest wallet. You can carry in 6 cards and just put it in your jacket like this. So I've been concrete. So he can take action. I have given it to him in his hands. He has seen how it is concrete, so he can take action. How much does it cost? Boom, sold it. Okay, so make sure clarity, be concise, and be concrete. When you are concrete, you are allowing your client to take action. What happens? Most of the time, we don't allow our clients to take action because we are not concrete. We are fluffy, we are too much abstract, and we don't make the client to have the perceived value of touching something. Okay, so for those of you who have just joined in right now, I'm here live on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, and I'm here to share with you how effective communication, okay, can impact your sales. And I was talking about the 7 keys of having an effective communication. Number 1, clarity. Number 2, so let me just put them back on screen. Number 1, clarity. Okay. Number 2, be concise. Okay. And number 3, be concrete. Okay. Why is it important? Because this allows you to deliver to your customer who wants to buy what is the outcome. You avoid being fluffy, and then what you're talking is actionable. The client can take action on what you are saying. All right. The 4th point is correct. Be correct. Okay. So when you say be correct, use the technical words. Okay. Don't use one word for another. Be correct. Use the technical terms. Use the right words. Make a checklist of what are the words that you need to express that product, that service, to describe it. Make sure that your communication is correct. Okay. I can't come and make a communication, a sales speech to you in Italian. Okay. You will not understand. I will not use the right technical words. All right. So make sure that you are also correct. So when you are concrete, you are also correct. You are giving the right terminology, the right words. Okay. So point number 4, be correct. And when I say be correct, use the right terminology, use the right technical words. Okay. Point number 4, be correct. Okay. Now let's move on, because I have another couple of points to share with you. Point number 5, be coherent. When your communication is coherent, guess what happens? When you are clear, point number 1, when you are clear, and then point number 5, when you are coherent, when your communication is coherent, guess what happens? Your communication is easy to follow. When it's easy to follow, it's easy to take a decision. Drop this down. When your communication is easy, yes, for those of you who are asking, we are also live on LinkedIn. Okay. I'm live on LinkedIn right now too. Okay. Now, when your communication is clear and it's coherent, you are allowing the client to make an easy process of decision. Why? Because the reason why it's easy, it's because it's easy to follow. And when your communication is easy to follow, it's easy to take action. It's easy to buy. It's easy to decide. All right. Most of the times when I'm doing my sales trainings, a lot of people say, oh, but I've done the best speech. I've done the best pitch, the best sales pitch. Okay. Why don't my clients buy? Your clients buy because your pitch wasn't coherent. What does it mean by being coherent? It's not coherent, so it's not allowing an easy flow. It's not allowing an easy process of decision. So make sure that your communication is also coherent. Okay? So point number 5, coherency. Your communication has to be coherent, easy to follow. Easy to follow. When it's easy to follow, it's easy to take a decision. All right? All right. And when it's easy to be coherent, the point number 6, step number 6, it has to be complete. Okay? It has to have the details. It has to have the call to action. Okay? Don't give half information to your client. When you're communicating, don't communicate only one side and you do not communicate the other side of the medal. Make sure that your communication, your effective communication, your information was complete. Make it complete. Make it complete. Give the details. Okay? Give a right call to action. Give the right details. So you allow them to be able to complete the picture and complete the frame. It's important that they close up the frame. It's important that they close up the frame. So point number 6, let me just put it right there. Point number 6, make sure that it is complete. Yeah. Point number 6, complete. There you go. Point number 6, complete. All right. Provide the details. Do not avoid putting all the details that can help the process of decision and the process of buying. Remember, the objective of our communication is to have an effective communication to close more sales, an effective communication to have a better impact. All right. Then the final point is make sure that your communication is courteous. All right. Make sure that that courtesy and being pleasant, okay, is vital. It's important. Make it your priority. Make sure that you are honest and considerate and you are polite, okay? So to make it even simple, make sure that your communication and your effective is polite, okay? It's well mannered. It is nice. It is pleasant. It's not arrogant, okay? It's not disrespectful, okay? So make sure that your communication is so effective, okay, that courtesy and politeness is part of your DNA, okay? Politeness and courtesy is part of your DNA. Make sure that you are kind. Make sure that you are nice when you're talking. Make sure that you are honest, all right? So your effective communication has to be honest, okay? Honest and polite. Honest and polite. So if you want to put a point, let's say that it is honest and polite. Honest and polite. For those of you who have just joined in right now, we are right now talking. Yeah, we are now talking of what are the major points of having an effective communication. Okay. So in order to have an effective communication, we need to have 7 major points. Let me see if I can put them back all in order. Okay. Point number 1, make sure the communication is clear. Tell them about the outcome. Tell them what they are going to expect to have through that conversation. Make sure that your communication is effective. To be effective, it's concise. So it is short and direct. Okay. Then point number 3, make sure that it's concrete. All right. When I say concrete, make sure that there's a chance, an opportunity to take action. Point number 4, make sure that it's correct. You have put in the details. You have not avoided giving different types of information. Point number 5, make sure it's coherent. When coherent, it's easy to follow. Because when something is easy to follow, it's easy to take a decision. And point number 6, let me put it back on screen. Make sure it's complete. And point number 7, make sure it's courteous. So make sure that you have courtesy. It's polite. It's kind. It's not arrogant. It's not harsh. It's not hard. Okay? These are the 7 points that can help you to have an effective communication. Okay? Now, I want to ask you a question and drop down a comment. Okay? I want to ask all of you, what are the biggest mistakes you do during communication in business and in your personal life? What are the biggest mistakes that you do during a communication? When you talk about communication in business life, drop down in the comments. Come on, talk to me, share with me. What are the biggest mistakes you do during communication in business or in personal life? What are the biggest mistakes you do? So share it with me. All right, share it with me. What are the biggest mistakes you do? Let me write it down for all of you. You do during communication. You do in communication. Oh, sorry, I'm just writing it down right now. What are the biggest mistakes you do When you communicate in business, wait a second. Yeah. What are the biggest mistakes or you do? All right. So what are the biggest mistakes you do when you communicate in business and in your personal life? So let's see. Okay. All right. So this is the question I'm asking everybody. And let's look at a couple of answers. So what are the biggest mistakes you do when you communicate in business and in personal life? So we've got right now, where is it? Dragana is saying too much information or not enough. Amazing. Thank you, Dragana. Let me share with you my experience. When I was doing sales door to door, okay, I used to be called the informator. I was the one who was giving information because I was talking too much. So if you follow the 7 steps that I have shared, sometimes you need to be concrete, allow them to take action, and concise. Okay? So, and then also complete, provide the details. But what you have to do, provide the details that make them say, I want to buy this. Provide those details. And at the same time, be concise. Don't go too much fluffy talking of other things that are not interested. Because drop this down. Your clients expect from you to sort out a problem. Your clients expect from you to give them a solution. So in their minds, they are telling you, what can you do for me? So you need to answer in a very short time, providing value. What can you do for them? They're not interested in how the weather is. They're not interested in how your kids are. They're not interested in what your wife is doing. They're interested in what can you do for me? Okay. Then let's see. We've got. All right. So we've got Cremena who is saying that unsure. If I say the right thing to the right person. So, Crimena, here you have to have an effective communication with the right audience. Because let me tell you, you could be the best speaker, you could be the best presenter, you could have the best sales speech. But if you're talking to the wrong audience, it won't work. Okay, right now my audience is English speaking people. So if I go and speak in Italian to English speaking people, I can have the best sales speech, I can have the best motivational speech or whatever, I'm prepared for you. But because I'm talking to the wrong audience that doesn't speak Italian, it won't be effective. So how can we make our communication effective? Yeah, this point, I like it so much. Thank you to have shared it, Cremena. You need to speak to the right person. All right? Find your right audience, the people you're right talking to. Oh, and Totka is saying, I can't keep my mouth shut. So, Totka, probably you are talking too much. You are over delivering. And most of the times, drop this down. Most of the times, we tend to over deliver even when they didn't ask us to do that. How many of you can resonate to that and you do that mistake? And because you over deliver, you're not allowing to make the process easy for your client. Generally, your client needs 3 simple, clear steps to take a decision. They don't need to have 35 of them. But most of the times we think the more I tell, the more he will buy. No, the more you talk, the more information you will lay out there, the more confusion you're putting on your mind, in the mind of your client. So the client, you're not making easy the process of decision. You're making it more complex. Yeah. That's absolutely true. You are making the process of decision not easy, not easy to follow. And if it's not easy to follow, it's not easy to take a decision. All right. And then Okay, thank you for the contribution. Yes, your clients expect from you to give them a solution. So they're asking, what can you do for me? What can you do for me? They're not interested in everything else. So thank you so much for your contribution. All right. So the biggest challenge that happens when you're dealing with clients and when you are trying to have an effective communication, the biggest challenge in your communication, whether it's business or in personal life, are you ready? The biggest mistake you are doing is that you are not listening. The biggest mistake, you're not listening. Let me tell you, when I started my journey as a coach, I understood the power of listening. Now I spend more time listening than me talking. And let me tell you one thing, outside there, a lot of people, obviously this is not about you because you are here with me right now, but outside there, a lot of people are spending more time and more energy not listening. They are trying to hear what you're saying in order to reply to you. They're trying to hear in order to respond. They're not trying to listen in order to understand and help. When you shift from hearing to respond and you shift on listening in order to support and help, that's going to be the biggest shift that can turn around your business, that can turn around your life. Make sure you get to the point that you are turning around from hearing to listening, not to respond, but to provide value, solution, and support. Okay? Value, solution, and support. Okay? So yeah, there we go. The biggest mistake we do in communication is that we do not listen. And guess what? We have been given 2 ears and 1 mouth. What does that mean? For those of you who have a logic brain, it means one thing. This should be 50% of this. This should be 50% of this. You want to be an effective communicator? Learn to listen. And don't listen with your ears. Listen with all your 5 senses. Okay? Now, talking about senses, I want to just share with you one last point. Yes, there we go, Dragana. Come on. Speak it out. Come on. Thank you for that. Now, as we want to wrap up, I want to give you just how people process your communication. How many would like to know that? Now, this could be an entire seminar, but I'm going to give you a couple of pills about that. The way people process your communication, okay, is in different ways. Number one, some people are visual. So, like me, I'm visual. While you're talking, I need to see slides. While you're talking, I need to write down so I can picture it. While you're talking, I'm imagining what you're saying. So some people are visual. They need to see something in order to process your communication. Let me say it again. Some people are visual. They need to see something in order to process your communication. Other people are auditory. They need to hear. So some people, while you're talking, they need to listen also a background of music. They need to listen to you. So if you send them an email, that email won't work because they need to listen to you. They need to feel your presence. They need to listen to your voice. Okay? So for those of you who have just jumped in right now, I have given 7 steps on how to have an effective communication. Now I'm going to share with you approximately 5 steps on how your customer, the person on the other side, can process your communication, your information. So people can process it visually. So they need to see something. So they need not only to listen to your voice, they will ask you, send me an email, send me a presentation. Other people, you send them an email, they will go crazy. They'll say, no, I need to talk to you. I need to hear what you are saying. Some people are kinesthetic. They need to touch. They need to feel it. You tell them, you can send them an email and say, hey, this is the best wallet you can have in life. Okay? They will not want that. They will want to touch it. Can you send me a sample? Can I touch the texture? Can I feel it? They need to experience it. Okay? Can I have a test? Can I have a test drive? Okay? So it's important that they need to see it, they need to feel it, they need to touch, they need to experience it. Okay? You're very welcome, Totka. Now, we're talking about how people process the communication. Some people are visual, okay? They need to see it. Some people are auditory, they need to hear it, okay? And some people are kinesthetic. They need to experience it. They need to feel it. They need to touch it, all right? And this is important because the moment you understand that there are these different types of people, it helps you to have an effective, better approach. Okay? And then, yeah, basically, these are the main three roles. Okay? They need, these are the main three ones. Okay? Then the other ones, you need to watch out how you are packaging your communication. Okay? Are you going to say it once? Are you gonna repeat it? Are you gonna deliver it with a present, with a bonus, with a gift? Okay? And then always check to see if your communication was clear. Don't ever tell the other person, did you understand? Are you following me? Always say, was I clear? Did I provide for you enough information to decide? What happens? You are putting yourself on the condition that, do you know what? Probably I wasn't clear enough if you didn't take the right decision. Probably I wasn't clear enough to explain it to you. So how do people process the information? Visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. Okay? These are the three ways. Then we have to see also how we deliver the information. We need to see the packaging. Are we giving a bonus? Are we saying it through email? Are we saying it more than once? Am I going to follow up with a call? Okay. And then check for understanding. What does it mean? Make sure that on the other hand, you ask if you have been clear. Was I clear enough? Did I provide for you enough information to take the decision? Did I equip you with all the details that can help you to process and take up a decision? Okay? So, step number 3 is kinesthetic. And then the last 2 points, look at how you are delivering it. How are you packaging it? And then check always for feedback. And when you ask for feedback, make sure that you don't point the finger. Oh, you're not understanding. Did you understand? Did you follow me? No, always ask, was I clear enough? Did I provide for you enough information in order for you to deliberately decide what to do and freely choose what are the next steps? All right. So just wanted to remind all of you as we are wrapping up right now, just wanted to remind all of you that every single Monday, at 7 p.m. UK time. We're gonna have always a guest, okay? And I'm gonna interview them and provide for you value through E2E, okay? And then starting from March, so starting from today, every single Thursday is gonna be a moment, a day where we are gonna have a workshop and an interview. And this is only for a limited number of people, okay? It's an intimate, closed group. And if you want to join this group, the team is going to put right now for me the links. You can subscribe on a monthly basis and you pay every single month for having 4 workshops with 4 different guests. Every single Thursday, there's a different expert doing a workshop for an intimate, closed number of people. So you can ask questions and the value you're going to get is going to be unbelievable. Okay? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Just give me a second. I have the value you're going to get is unbelievable. Okay? The value you're going to get is unbelievable. And because the value you're going to get is unbelievable, and you have 4 different speakers every single week, so 4 different workshops in 4 different areas, the membership for every single month is 37 pounds a month. It's cheaper than a coffee. It's cheaper than a coffee every single day. And you can have somebody to help you and an expert to coach you and ask directly questions to experts. Then, if you want to get the yearly membership, as the team is putting right now the link, the yearly membership is going to be 297 pounds. Okay? And it's really blowing minded. You can have for 1 full year 52 experts in your house directly talking to you and supporting you. So Mondays are going to be free, accessible for everybody, and Thursdays are going to be for workshop. Okay? Now, thank you so much. Yeah, this is going to be a community that's going to grow. It's going to grow. Okay, we have just started. This is just our 4th week. We have just started, and we are going to keep on increasing. So you can watch the recording, or you can be live with us. Okay, so there you go. We've got the monthly subscription and the annual subscription. For those of you who are watching us on Facebook or on LinkedIn, just click on that link, sign up, and join directly for the monthly membership. 37 pounds. You can have every single week an expert. Okay. So far, we have spoke about healthy. We had Skip. We spoke about how to create wealth. We had Rich. Okay. Then we had also relationships. Okay, and we had our friend from Portugal. Okay, Ricardo. So every single week we are having deep experts. Yeah, we are also live on YouTube. Yes, yeah. So we are also live on YouTube, and you can watch all the recordings of Monday. And guess, you can find all the recordings of Thursday of month of February, but from this month, Thursdays is closed only for a limited number of people. Okay, so stay tuned with us. You've got the links right now. Just click on them, sign in, jump in, join in, and you are going to find experts that can help you. So what is the biggest challenge in your area? What would you like us to talk? How can we support you? What type of expert would you like us to bring on board to teach you, to support you, and to help you grow? So if you've liked this live today, okay, Click on the button and share it with your audience, share it with your friends, bless somebody else, okay? It was my privilege to serve you today. Click on the link. See you on Thursday for our expert coming on to do the workshop and provide amazing value. For those of you who are not yet members, see you next Monday for another incredible guest jumping in, ready to support you and ready to add massive value so you can take your life to the next level. My name is Moses and I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to make sure I equip you and provide for you value so you can live an outstanding, amazing life while you are alive. Okay, so thank you so much. Wish you an amazing rest of the evening. Click on the link, join us in our private group, and please see you on the other side and on the next live with our expert. Thank you so much. Ciao.